Okay, here's a nice little switching technique that I came up with a while ago. In its most basic form, it's used to switch one card for another. So let's say the card selected was the ten of spades. The ten of spades would then be returned back into the middle of the pack. And in a typical ambitious card style, you would want that card to rise to the top of the deck, but in this case we've produced the wrong card. We've produced the Queen of Spades. As the Queen of Spades is placed on the table, or indeed a spectator's hand, you've actually switched it for the correct card. Another way that this switch can be used is as part of a transposition effect. So let's use two contrasting cards, Queen of Diamonds and the Four of Clubs. The two cards would be returned to two different parts of the pack. The cards would be squared, deck would be cut, shuffled, and also cut once again. Now the first spectator's card would be produced on top of the pack. Spectator would be asked to hold out the hand, and as you see, the second spectator's card is going to be produced from the pack. You would snap the fingers, spread through, the card would be found reversed in the pack. But surprise, surprise, this is actually the first spectator's selection, and the second spectator's was lying on their hand all along. Now the switching technique itself is quite simple to achieve. The card which you want to switch in would begin second from the top. The card that you want to switch out would indeed be the top card. There's two sort of parts to the switch. The first part is to actually get a little finger break, quite a deep finger break, under the second card from the top of the deck. So you've actually produced the wrong card. You would now secretly get a little finger break. This is held quite deep. The reason being is in a moment these fingers are going to stretch out and they're going to deliver that card onto the table. So that's the first movement to practice, getting the little finger break and straightening those fingers to deliver that card as the hand turns palm down. Now as that action is taking place, that's going to be hidden by the top card. The top card is actually going to be placed back on top of the pack. The thumb is going to clamp down on that top card, and only then is the switching action going to take place. So as you revolve the hand face down, or palm down rather, those fingers are going to straighten and deliver that second card to the table. So let's quickly do that in motion. This is the wrong card, but it's actually switched for the correct card as the hand turns over. The nice feature, rather a nice feature that you can take advantage of with the switch is it can also be done with the card left face up as opposed to being placed back face down. So the switching technique would happen the same way, and this is the method I used for the transposition. So you've got two cards which are controlled to the top of the pack. The first card is produced. As you switch the card, this card is actually placed back face up. The switch is completed, which actually secretly leaves that spectator's card reversed at the bottom of the pack. So at this point you can either casually cut the pack and reveal the card from the centre, or another nice little technique or idea which I learned from J.K. Hartman's Aftercraft is as follows. After you've actually performed the switching technique, you can then produce that same card from the centre of the pack. So a little nice switching technique that you can take advantage of in many ways.